afternoon, everybody. How's everybody doing today? Good, good. As Nakia indicated to you guys, it's been a long journey for me. I do have a salon in West Orange called Sheer Bliss Hair Lounge and Spa. It services everybody, but it caters to women who suffer from cancer, lupus, alopecia, or some form of traumatic hair loss. So, we do different things, like we have private rooms for people to get their hair done. We accept health insurance for women who have cancer or lupus or alopecia and want to use their insurance company to pay for their wig units and offset the costs. We have a lot of products that are geared towards thinning, hair loss, shampoos and conditioners, things like that. But before I talk a lot about the salon, I want to tell you guys about my journey and why I'm here and ultimately wrote my book, Pray for Rain. So I'm originally from Trenton, New Jersey. I grew up there by my grandmother raised me since I was 2. She had custody of me. And I don't come from a financial background or a place where people were talking about business or what to do with yourself when you graduate from high school. Nobody was telling me to own a business or build stocks and bonds or go into real estate, nothing like that. So it was really a struggle for me as I was going on this journey, and I graduated from college and I wanted to own a business. I really didn't know where to start. So I went to, as she indicated, I did suffer from a chemical treatment. I went to, as you can see, I love color. I went to someone who processed me too many times to do a color, and all my hair fell out down to my new growth. So I had about 1 inch of hair left, and I didn't know where to go to get my hair done. I was really devastated. And the people or the stylists at the time who I consulted, they all were just trying to give me a quick fix. Nobody really knew why my hair fell out. Nobody could help me to grow my hair back. And that devastated me. It made me feel as though, there's a void here. There's something going on here. So I decided that I wanted to open up a salon that would cater to people. And that's where all the trials and tribulations kind of started to unfold. What I want you guys to know is that it's really difficult to own a business. It's really difficult to follow your dreams and to go forward with something that you really feel passionate about. But there is always a victory, and there's always a lesson to be learned. And if you are destined and determined to do the things that you say you want to do, you can do anything. I started out looking for a way to open up my salon and spa, and I consulted a lot of other salons about, just getting advice from other stylists, business owners, and to my surprise, a lot of women, like myself, were not willing to give me any information. They saw me as competition, didn't want to share how they got started with me, didn't want to give me any information or resources. And that was really frustrating. So I had to do everything myself, do the research. It took me 8 years ultimately to open up my salon. From the time that I got started, did my business plan, started mapping out what location I wanted, how I was going to help women with hair loss, what did they need, what did they really want to see in a salon that they don't already see. So that's how my business structure came about, and that's how I built up my business to be where it is today. The salon has been open for 3 years successfully, and I'm very proud of it. And from that kind of started other things in my life. I'm also a real estate investor, and now I have a book out called Pray for Rain, a guide to building your business with little to no money. Now, the reason why I wrote Pray for Rain is because of all the things that I went through, not only with opening the salon, but prior to me even getting started. It's never easy to do what you want to do. And there's always going to be trials and tribulations, and there's always going to be, people who may not support you or may discourage you from doing what you want to do. So I wanted to write a book that would help people to understand what the journey is like. But not only that, but to be motivated and inspired to keep pushing no matter what. All my trials and tribulations didn't stop me from opening my business. I could have said, I'm not going to open up the salon. And it was a lot of times during that 8 years that I actually went away from it. I walked away. I said, you know what, this is not for me. I'm not going to do it. And every time I walked away, there was always something that would bring me back to it, to the point where I just said, I gotta finish. I gotta do this, and I had to find a way to do it. So, I did it, and I want everybody to know that you guys can also do it too. Whatever business or dreams or goals that you have set out for yourself, you can definitely achieve anything. And it's not going to be something that's going to take overnight, but you guys have to be diligent, and you have to wait. You have to kind of take advantage of that wait period. So there's a lot of things that I learned in this journey that I want to share with you guys tonight. Okay? So one of the things is, a lot of people say they want to own a business, or they say they want to lose weight, or they say they want to, follow out a dream, or whatever the case may be. And then as soon as they get started on it and they see that there's opposition, it's not as easy as they thought it was, then they stop right then and there. There's so many dreams and goals that never make it past the first stage of the whole process. And the thing about it is that you don't win without war. That's what I would need you guys to know. It's one of the most important things. You do not win without war. All the promises of God are wrapped up in opposition. So the thing that you're looking for, the thing that you're striving for, is wrapped in opposition. It's not going to be easy to get it. You're going to have to fight through it. You're going to have to deal with a lot of different things, and you have to be ready to get through it. Another thing is that you have to kind of protect your mind. Protect your mind and the things that you think about, the things that you allow to get into your head, because the enemy is always going to make you think that what you're going through today is it, that this is what life is, that there's no getting past it or through it. You have to be really diligent in just protecting your peace and protecting your mind. Because if you can get your mind out of a situation, then you can come out of that same situation. Do not get discouraged by disappointments from people, because people will always disappoint. You have to put your faith in God and not people. Don't get discouraged by disappointments. Don't get discouraged by frustration, by naysayers, non-supporters. There were a lot of people who did not support my business and still don't support my business that I know, that I grew up with, that say they love me, say they care about me, but they've never shared a post. They've never come to the salon. They've never purchased a book, or whatever the case may be. And that's okay, because everything is not for everybody. My vision was given to me, it wasn't given to them. So some people don't understand what I'm doing. They don't understand why I decided to open up the salon I did. They don't want to support for whatever reason, and I don't worry about those people. I only focus on the people who are there for me, or the people who need the service, the people who are out there that are looking for me like I'm looking for them. So you have to be, you just have to be focused on getting past any of those things that discourage you or that enter into your mind and play with you. Because the enemy knows that your mind and how you feel is directly connected to how you're going to perform. So if you feel like you're down, if you feel stressed out or depressed or broken or disappointed, if that's how you feel, then that's how you're going to perform. So that means you're not going to go out and take that extra mile when it's time to, push for your business. You're not going to go out and do that marketing that you had to do, or something that you said that you were going to do for your business. You're going to hold off on it because you just don't feel like it, because you don't feel good in your mind. It seems like the world around you is just crazy and it's a lot going on. Protect your mind. Protect your mind. Stay faithful, and just know that wait period is that time that you need for preparation. Those 8 years that it took me to open up my salon, it wasn't that God was telling me no. He had already told me yes. He had already decided that this was my business, that this was for me, that this was what I was going to do. The wait period was to prepare me for what was to come once I got open. And if I had spent those 8 years worrying about what people had to say, or what people who were supporting me, or the finances or money that I didn't have, if I spent my years worried about those things, then I would have never got it open. I spent those 8 years preparing, doing a business plan, doing a crowdfunding campaign, doing 2 actually crowdfunding campaigns, raising the money, building my credit, working on everything I had to do, looking at my market, determining where my clientele were, finding out the people who needed wig units and what type of units they were looking for, finding out how else I can help people. How can I be able to accept health insurance? How can I get these products and services that I need when it's time for me to open? So I didn't spend those 8 years worried about what I didn't have or what I couldn't see, what I couldn't do. I spent that time focused on what I was going to do when it was time. And so when the time come, I was ready and I was prepared. And that's all it's about. Your season, what God has for you is what you get when your timing meets when God's timing meets your preparation. So he's already determined it for you. He's already said yes to it. All you have to do is get ready for it and be prepared, and it'll come. So use this time use your time that you're waiting for whatever it is, that blessing that you want. Just use it as a preparation period, because that's what it's all about. Also, what I want you guys to know, the reason why I wrote my book, Pray for Rain, and the reason why it's called Pray for Rain, is because I know that you have to be uncomfortable in certain positions. To reach new levels, you have to be uncomfortable. There's a saying that I usually say. Trying to see where it is. I'm sorry. Pain produces certain things that complacency can't. So sometimes you need to be uncomfortable in order for it to push you past your comfort zone, in order for you to propel past what you see and what you currently have in your life. So for me, I was uncomfortable a lot. I didn't have money. I didn't have good credit. I had just filed for bankruptcy when I got ready to open up my business. So I was really uncomfortable. I hated being at the job that I was at, and I really just wanted better for myself. But those things, those experiences, all of that kind of pushed me to a point where I had to do what I had to do to open my business. Once I got my business open, it was still more trials, more tribulations. I was attacked by people who saw me as competition, wanted me to shut my business down. So tried to sabotage me in different ways. There were so many different things. Clientele, writing fake reviews about the salon, stylists leaving with no notice, no regard to the business and things like that. People will do different things to you to try to discourage you and bring you down, but they have not given you the blessing. They haven't, it doesn't come from them. So no matter what somebody does to you, you have to know that, nothing that anybody does shall prosper. It's only what God has for you, what he's designed in your life and what he wants for you. So my book, Pray for Rain, it talks about this. It talks about how to motivate you and inspire you to live your best life. How to continue on no matter what you see your obstacles being. It also gives you resources about how you can start a business with little to no money. I didn't have anything. When I tell you I had nothing, I had literally nothing. I had used my crowdfunding campaign, the money that I raised from my crowdfunding campaigns, and I was able to get 2 credit cards. And I got a loan from a non-conventional bank, and that's how I got started with my salon. And I started in the rears. I didn't have all the money, but I just said, I'm gonna get started. After 8 years, I'm gonna get started right now. And if this doesn't work, then it's just not gonna work, but it worked. It worked because I was diligent about it. So there are things that you can do no matter where you come from, no matter what your finances look like, however you were raised with a mother, father, grandmother, family members. People think that that's it, that that's life, and that you can't get out of that, but I'm here to tell you that you can. I did it for myself, and you guys, whatever it is that you want to do, you can definitely do it for yourself too. Use this, whatever it is, to push you, to inspire you. Another thing that I realized about, all the trials that I was going through is that I was breaking generational barriers, generational yokes, where it's living paycheck to paycheck or being in poverty. I'm like one of the first people in my entire family to even own a business. I'm one of the first people in my family to be able to graduate from a university with a bachelor's degree. So by me doing the things that I did and pushing the way I did, it opened doors so that my son will not live how I lived or how my mother lived, my grandmother lived, and that his kids will have a better life for themselves, where we will establish something where they have something to inherit at the end of it all. We're not just handing bills down to them. We're handling businesses, passing down legacies and things like that. That's what the goal is. That's what the whole purpose is in this life, right? So that you can have children and that your children don't have to struggle the way you struggled, the way your parents struggled or your grandparents struggled. So when I realized that I was breaking generational barriers, I saw why my opposition was so thick. I saw why my issues and the trials and tribulations was so hard. And it's only when it gets really difficult, that's when the breakthrough is coming. When you're going through it to the point where you just don't know what to do, when it seems like it's coming from all different angles, because the enemy will attack you. He'll attack your health, he'll attack your children, he'll attack your family members, he'll attack your finances, everything that, it could be nothing related to what you're actually trying to do. But he will use all these other things as a distraction to keep your mind steadfast on, the issues, to keep you from actually moving towards your goal. Don't let it happen. Don't let it happen, guys. My book is here, and you guys can come and talk to me at any point today. I want you guys to know that this book is full of resources, full of information on how you can get started. If you don't have the money, if you have bad credit, even if you have a business already, but you're kind of trying to get it to the next level, there's a lot of free resources out there that entrepreneurs don't take advantage of, because some of them have the money so they don't see a need for it. But when you are working from arrears, you have to be out of the box thinker. You have to be innovative enough to kind of find the things that nobody's looking for. So that's what I've done, and I put all that information in a book. And I also have mugs here that talk about, it's like daily inspiration, things that kind of help you to kind of keep going on a daily basis. Because also what I find is some days are good days and some days are bad days. So no matter what, don't think that everything is going to always be good, even once you make it to where you're trying to go. That's not the end. There's still more, because for every new level is a new devil. So when you get to the next point, that's not it. It's going to be another level of trials and tribulations at that level that you're on. It doesn't stop. It just changes the magnitude of it. But there's a quote from Les Brown that I absolutely love, and I want you guys to hear. It says, "The graveyard is the richest place on earth, because it is here that..." Sorry. But I just keep talking. You guys can hear me, right? So it says, "The graveyard is the richest place on earth, because it is here that you will find all the hopes and dreams that were never fulfilled, the books that were never written, the songs that were never sung, inventions that were never shared, and cures that were never discovered, all because someone was too afraid to take the first step, keep with the problem, or determined to carry out their dream." So that's basically saying that there's thousands, millions of people who never take the first step, who never follow their dreams, and they die with those things in them. Don't die with your vision in you. Live it out. Live out your best life, no matter what it takes, no matter how long it takes. It's obtainable. I've done it, and I can tell you, I'm still pushing. I'm still moving forward. But every day is a blessing, because I know that I'm a conqueror. God got me, and there's no way that the devil is going to take that from me. So I want to thank you guys for listening to me tonight or today. And I'm on social media, or you can always check my website out. I won't give that information out now because I have cards up here and I'm here. So if you guys are interested, please come by and see me. But have a blessed day and protect your mind.